You're watching Drake Wing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming. So you man Twitter the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you with another Let's Play episode of Fueled by Insanity, Daren's Path. So y'all, apparently, the three choices that it provides us for who you can text will affect the ending. So we've got 3 different endings to get through. So very excited about that. Let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm Chan, you are up, and let's go. Oh yeah, I'm an affiliate now of Green Man Gaming. I gotta mention that. It brings in extra money. So I'm an affiliate now of Green Man Gaming. What that means is that there's going to be a little link in the description. All you got to do is click on that link, go to their site, buy some stuff, while getting awesome discounts, and I get commission for whatever y'all purchase. But anyway, y'all, let's jump right in. All right. Look, I don't know what's going on, but we need to get Colin to a hospital. Daren looks over at me. At least I think he does. I'm not really with it. I'm just I'm in shock. I know we need to, but we've got bigger worries right now. Just give me a second to... Bigger worries? Do you not see Colin right now? We have to get him some help right away. Do you not see Caleb right now? You know, Jeffrey's friend who's been a possessed murderer for 2 years now? We were lucky to get here in time. Parker wasn't so lucky. He knows about them too? How? I never told anyone. The only person who knows is... Kajoro. It's you, isn't it? It has to be. What are you talking about? Ted eases up and lets out a sigh. Look, 2 years ago... Yep. Oh, boy. Oh, dear. Flashback time. I guess. 2 years ago was the last time they were seen, wasn't it? Parker, Caleb. Well, I met them a few times, but they were good. Still remember the week I met them. All of Colin's friends. Oh, who is this? Oh, this is Daren, I think. All of Colin's friends. Compared to them, I was a loser. They all had everything figured out. I didn't. Colin and all his friends had plans for careers, schooling, where they'd move, where they wanted to be in 10 years. Made me realize I need to figure out something fast. I thought music might be cool, so I sent in a college application. I got rejected to the surprise of no one. Didn't know where I'd go after that, or if I even cared. Didn't have my own friends to motivate me into caring about my future, not the way Colin did. So Colin insisted that I hang out with him. He didn't want me to be on my own. Wasn't really sure about it at first, but Colin wouldn't drop it until I agreed. Excuse me. So that's what happened. The weekend after graduation, he got his friends together and we hung out. He had lunch at a burger place I wanted to go to. It was good. Thought that was it, but they all talked me into staying with them for the rest of the day. I was extremely nervous and I felt out of place, but it was a turning point in my life. I'd relive it if I could. Oh, wow. Oh! Wow. We were all outside, sitting around. Colin, Sean, Parker, Marshall, Caleb, and me. I didn't know Colin's friends very well, and they were all talking about stuff I didn't know about. Games I hadn't played, TV shows I hadn't watched. They're making jokes I couldn't join in on. It wasn't a very exciting graduation celebration, that's for sure. So I stepped away. I didn't know why Colin set things up like this. Would have rather stayed home where I was comfortable. He must have picked up on that because he followed me a few seconds afterwards. Is everything okay? You haven't really been saying anything, and then you kind of walked away. I shrugged. I didn't know what I was supposed to say. I didn't want to make a big deal out of it, but I didn't want to lie either. I was never good at faking it anyway. Sorry if this hasn't been as fun as I hoped. Maybe I should have made some actual plans for things to do. Burger place was good. It was. We should go there again tomorrow. Probably shouldn't have it 2 days in a row. What? You mean you don't want the same meal every day for the rest of our lives? Are you asking for me or for yourself? For me, but you're invited too. Huh. I glanced over at his friends, not fully sure if I wanted to attempt to interact with them or stay off to the side where I was comfortable. Of course, Colin didn't give me much time to think on it. Hey, we should go join them again. But no buts. I'm going to make sure you have friends whether you want to or not. Okay, but you're all talking about stuff I don't know. Even if I went over there now, I still feel lonely. Lonely? What do you mean? I don't know. I'm boring. Got nothing interesting to talk about. What about music? You like that? Well, yeah. What am I supposed to say, though? Hi, I like music. What about you? I mean, yes, actually. I can do it for you if you want. If you want. Sure. Hey, everyone. Stop talking about hydro hijackers. You're boring. Talk about music instead. Daren likes music, and this is his celebration. Colin's always had a way with words. That's the best way to put it. He still does. I've never known someone else who could say something so well-meaning yet tactless at the same time. But somehow, it worked. Maybe his friends were just as used to it as I was. Sean was the first to walk over. Music, huh? That's a good topic. What do you listen to? Whatever I feel like, I guess. Marshall was the next to come over. Whatever I feel like? That's a weird genre. Don't make me slap you upside the head. Sorry, sir. And that, stop it too. Stop what, sir? Sean's ear twitched. I think he was annoyed with Marshall, but it was hard to tell if it was genuine or if it was just banter. But yeah, some days I feel like listening to rap, sometimes jazz or pop. Lately I've been in a para-metal mood. I prefer classical, personally. Classical? I've never met someone whose favorite was classical. That's cool. I studied a little in school. Wasn't my thing, but I can appreciate it. Oh yeah, that's something most people want to have to learn, right? Yeah, pretty much. Didn't mind the whole orchestral stuff, but classical piano was boring. Didn't want to learn it, but my dad made me take it. That's not a bad thing. Parker. God, what voice should I do for Parker? He's a cute character. He's a wolf, I think, or a fox? I think he's a... I'm not sure. He got a big old tail. Big tail, fluffy tail, hug the tail. Probably a fox. You play classical piano? That's awesome. Probably won't play it anymore now that I'm done with school. I'm trying to learn guitar and bass now. Oh, that's cool. Maybe we should do music together sometime. You play music too? Well, I don't play an instrument, but I can sing. You do not want him to sing, trust me. Why's that? He's not terrible. But you'll never get him to shut up once he starts. What? I'm not that bad. Yeah, you are. Last time we went to karaoke, you hogged the mic all night. Look, I'm doing the world a favor by sharing my beautiful voice. Yeah, right. Of course I am right. You know, if you'd... Yeah, oh man. Oh man. They were meant to stay together, weren't they? That's what should have happened. They're all so happy together. Colin's friends all meshed together so perfectly, I think. Well, maybe not perfectly, but seeing them all together felt right. They belonged. I didn't, but Colin certainly tried. I think if there was more time, maybe I would have been a part of that. But 2 years ago, things went horribly wrong. That's what Ted's telling me. Everything lines up. Before then, Colin had everything together. He'd take charge. He'd hold everyone together. He made sure everyone was taken care of. He was the best person to go to if you needed someone who would listen. He was there for everyone. He never stole anything. He never ran away. He never avoided his friends the way he does now. I thought it was all because of Mom passing. It hit both of us hard. Him even more so than me. I'm sure that's still a large part of why, but if he was holding on to this the whole time, it makes more sense why he became a different person. He never used to be this self-destructive. Do you understand now? Jeffrey needs medical attention. I get that, but Caleb needs help too. He's just as much of a victim of this as your half-brother. Ted's been talking at me this whole time, and I'm listening, but it's a lot to take in. I want to help Jeffrey. Really, I really do, believe me. I also want to help Caleb. Allowing him to be sent back to jail won't help him at all. It won't help anyone. If anything, it'll just set another ticking time bomb. If he goes back, Jeffrey will have to live the rest of his life in fear that Caleb will get out again. Next time, he might not have us to save him. And before you say it, I'm not killing Caleb. I've never killed anyone in my life, and I don't plan to start now. Why? Why would I say that? You're right, I don't think you would. Just, I'm not who you think I am. I've known about all of this since the day it happened. I'm the one who tracked down Caleb and helped the police arrest him. It was too late for Parker, but I knew it wasn't too late for Jeffrey. I just needed time to figure out what to do. But I still don't know. Oh, God. That's so awful. I looked back at Jeffrey. It's hard seeing him like this. He has to be in so much pain. It's like he's not even there right now. Like he's trapped in his own mind. It fades as soon as a desperate voice shouts from outside. We're here! Jeffrey, are you... Oh my. Hello, other person. It's Tracy and someone. It's Tracy and someone. I'm not sure who. I don't know why they're here, but I won't question it. What happened, Jeff? What the hell? I need to go to the hospital. Please. They won't let me go. Why? Like I said, I'd love to get you there, but we kind of have to worry about your possessed friend here so he doesn't keep going after you. I don't care that. I need... Just as Colin furrows his brow, he immediately stops and yelps. Ow! Ow! Fuck, this hurts! Forgive me for interrupting, but I'd like to make sure I heard you correctly. An identified chinchilla walks into the center of the room, making his presence known. Did you say someone was possessed? Who are you? I'm Blake Allen, head of the Paranormal Research Lab. Tracy is here as my assistant. Could you give me more details about this possessed friend of yours? Oh, and perhaps you could lose the gun while you're at it. The two begin talking about whatever this curse thing is. I'm not fully paying attention to that anymore. The only thing on my mind is how and when I'll be allowed to get Colin to the hospital. He's losing blood. It can't be good at all. He's never going to be able to use that eye again. It's going to get infected if we wait around like this, isn't it? What even is an infection? How do they work? I always hear people say you should treat wounds so they don't get infected, but nobody's ever told me what that means. Can he die from that? What's going to happen to you, Colin? Before I can get lost in my worries for too long, Tracy walks up to me. Hey, do you want to go ahead and take him? Take him? To the hospital. But Ted said Caleb... Shh, let us worry about this. We'll figure things out, I promise. That wound looks really, really nasty. He needs your help, and I can tell you want to, so go on. Is this for real? Thanks. I look over at my half-bro. I'm still afraid, but at least now... I don't know. I just need to do everything that I can. That's what Mom would have wanted. That's what I want. That's what I've always done, and it's what I'll always continue to do. You ready to go? Yeah. Sorry, I'm like this. I'm just scared. No need to say sorry. Oh, man, this is so messed up. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Oh, okay. 1 week. That's all it's been, but it certainly doesn't feel like it. Not at all. Jeffrey went through surgery the day before we got here. I felt sick the entire time I was in the waiting room. I read online how surgery can go wrong in so many ways. There's people who have had their lives ruined from surgeries gone wrong. I even heard about a woman who woke up during surgery and could feel everything, but the anesthesia kept her paralyzed so she couldn't speak. She sued the hospital, but that will never stop the trauma she faced. What if that had happened to Jeffrey? Why am I even thinking of him as Jeffrey still? His name is Colin. I went along with it, but it doesn't feel right avoiding his real name. Is it bad that I want to use my brother's real name? I don't know. Hey, Daren? Is there any chance you could get some snacks or something? They have a vending machine somewhere, right? The hospital food sucks. I can't even bring myself to eat this pudding. Which sucks because I like pudding, but I guess hospital food is known for being bad for a reason. Yeah. I don't really have any money with me, though, so you'll probably have to, buy it for me. Okay. One-word responses. I know I could say more, but I can't think of anything. It's been like the whole time we've been here. I get up from my seat and head towards the door, only for Colin to say something else again. Oh, yeah, before I forget. I love you. Thanks for everything. Why do you make it sound like you're never seeing me again? Colin puts on a smile and raises a hand into the air, much like he used to years ago. Goodbye forever. The vending machine's right outside. I'll be gone only a few... I'll miss you. It was nice knowing you, and thanks for the food, and also home. What? If I can't see you, then it means you don't exist. That's how it works, right? I shake my head and sigh. He's trying to raise morale, and I know this. Even so, I'm just not feeling it right now. At the very least, I can say something before I step outside. If I don't, that would make me a jerk. I love you too, Colin. Colin gives me a goofy smile just before I walk out. I can't tell if his good mood is because of the painkillers or because he isn't taking medication. I think he's on the painkillers. It's probably got to be painkillers. I've been on pain meds before, and they make you a little bit loopy. Either way, I guess it doesn't matter right now. Poor guys. Been through a lot. While I wait for Daren to return, I get up out of my bed to stretch my legs. These hospital beds kind of suck. Doesn't help that there's no comfortable position to lie down in. I can't lie on my side because of the IV in my hand. It's in my right hand, so I really don't want to put any weight on it. If I lie on my left side, Oh, okay, Jeffrey. If I lie on my left side, I risk moving my hand too far away and ripping it out. Or at the very least, I feel like that might happen. I can't lie on my belly because that would mean moving my arm to the opposite side of the IV machine thingy, and the tube doesn't reach that far. The best thing I can do is lie on my back, which, unfortunately, hurts the base of my tail after a while. I've never heard anyone else complain about having that issue, so I think it might just be a me thing. I just know that lying down like that puts a bunch of pressure on it, and it just doesn't feel good at all. I can't wait to get out of here and go back home. Everything really did change last week, didn't it? I met a new friend and brought him with me to Daren's place. I actually ended up on better terms with Daren. Some of his words and actions still bother me, but he makes it so hard to stay mad at him. I ran into my ex at the store and learned that I guess I'm not crazy for thinking he was bad for me. I got to spend time with my friends again. It turns out Sean didn't hate me like I thought he did. I learned that Tracy's actually pretty cool. I was jealous of how close she and Sean were, and I knew that, but I'm glad I forced myself to look past that finally. My dreams got invaded by a kitsune. I was afraid of him at first, but after everything that happened, I think he was good. He went too far at times, but he had a good reason. In the end, Kaijoro was just kind of useless. I think that's the best way to put it. Actually, that's not completely true. Ted is Kaijoro. He hasn't outright said it, but I'm positive of it. It's the only explanation for why Ted showed up in my life as conveniently as he did. It's the only reason Kaijoro started showing up in my dreams, too. He came to visit yesterday. At least I think it was yesterday. The days are all starting to blur into one another. Either way, he led Tracy to the cave. There was something she and her boss needed from there. It turns out he wasn't the only one who had a solution for Caleb. He also told us that her boss got caught by a trap while in there. He didn't see it himself, but he was in the car keeping watch over Caleb. That's what he said anyway. Tracy's boss, I think his name is Blake, didn't make it out. According to Tracy, his death was not a quick one. Far from it. The traps that have been set there are horrifically cruel. That's what Ted relayed to us anyway. He didn't give more detail than that. Even knowing that, I can't bring myself to feel sad about it. I know I should. People dying is bad, and it sounds like his death was horrible, but I didn't know him. It's not that I don't want to care. I do. I just kind of don't. It's hard to feel anything about people I don't know. I'm pretty sure that makes me a terrible person. From what Ted said, Tracy didn't take it well at all. She was the only one who was with him when it happened. She apparently got whatever it was she needed from the cavern, but was so broken when she came out. I don't know what was said after that. I was too tired to stay up and listen to the rest of the story. God, oh man, sounds fucking awful. Jesus, man, this took a fucking turn. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right here. This is really dark and heavy, and I think we need a little break from it for right now, so I'm going to go ahead and pause it right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a super thanks, share a tip if you can, it always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!